Hello everyone and welcome to our flight today. I'm Tony with the Cyyz Media. So we are today going to be flying the Boeing 737-800 from Thunder Bay to James Armstrong, I think, International, also here in Canada. Okay, so today we're going to be flying with a Microsoft provided ATC, and also we are going to be using the FS2 crew as an assistant, and also we're going to be using the GSX ground services as well. So I'm just going to open the flight plan for today on my iPad right now, so I can configure the aircraft for our flight. I did configure some stuff here before we began the stream, so the aircraft and the FS2 crew should work fine, but I guess we're gonna see how it's gonna turn out. So yes, so today we're going to be flying from Thunder Bay to James Armstrong Richardson International Airport here in Canada. This flight is not going to be very long flight. It's going to be about 30 minutes of flying, something like that. So let's jump into our cockpit and start setting up for our flight. Let's turn on the lights. First of all, battery. Emergency lights, and we have ground power also available to us, so let's turn it on as well. Nice. And let's tell the first officer that we can start setting up. Let's start setting up.
Roger.
Very good. Let's set the parking brakes and turn off the flashlight. Right. Nice. Okay, so we can already jump into the FMC and start setting up for our flight. So I'm gonna enter our weights. Let's go for payload. Today we are flying 39 passengers. We're gonna be 39 guests on board. Payload, that's gonna be 2,150 on each side. Right, so we have zero fuel weight of 54. Let's return and request also a fuel plug. So let's request a fuel plug. For today's flight, we're gonna be needing about 11.5 tons, 11,500 tons. All right, so we're gonna be waiting for the fuel truck to arrive, and let's go over to the FMC page here. It hasn't turned yet the IRS just yet. Okay, but we are going to be configuring our flight already, okay? So we're not going to waste any time. So we currently Thunder Bay, which is Charlie Yankee Quebec Tango. So this is the origin, and we are going to be flying to James Richardson, which is Charlie Yankee Whiskey Golf. let's uplink our flight. So this is going to be our flight. And as I heard right, it did turn on the IRS right now. Good. Okay, so route uplink is ready. Okay, loading the route. Alright, the route is loaded, so today we're gonna be taking off from runway. We expect it to be taken off from runway 25, departure.
I'm out for the walk around.
And we're gonna be flying, the procedure is gonna be vectors, so we're gonna be flying direct, we're gonna be flying a runway heading and then direct to VB. Okay, which is here. Then over to Givat, and then because we have a short flight here, we're gonna set up already for our approach as well here on the ground. So, okay, we are gonna be expecting an ILS arrival, an ILS Zulu arrival, okay, via NORAC 4. NORAC 4, here it is, and the transition will be grooved. All right. Yeah. And for the final, we're gonna be selecting this later on. Execute and flight preference. And oh yes, before we're gonna forget, we're just gonna press here the button so we can start fueling up. And also, let's enter our current position and let's enter our preferences. Okay, so zero fuel weight is 44 tons. Sorry, here. Yes, and for this flight we're gonna be 11.5 tons. The cost index for today's flight is gonna be 11. And as for the reserves, let me check that as well. Gonna be 3. Okay, about the average wind, it's gonna be 278. Sorry, not that. 278 at 77. I did something wrong. Okay, cruise wind. Something in here. Anyway. Okay, so we're gonna be cruising at 360. Okay, and then it's gonna let us settle enter the winds, right? So it's gonna be 278 at 77. Nice. Okay. That's gonna be we're not gonna be touching this. Flaps we're gonna be taking off with
the security and
5.
safety check are all done. Are we good to start boarding?
Yes.
Thanks.
Let's request GSX to start boarding. Actually not. Alright. So this is gonna be our takeoff speed for today. And now we can go ahead and start setting up our MCP panel. So for V2, we're gonna set 148 for the speed. Okay. The crew is already on board. There's no need to keep board. So I'm gonna load some charts onto my iPad right now. So one moment. Okay, Thunder Bay, and I want the runway. Okay, very good. So for the heading, I'm gonna set this runway heading, which is gonna be at 254. Right, and as for the altitude route, request our ATC clearance.
Thunder Bay ground chase 1 heavy with mic ready to taxi IFR.
Right. So radio system.
Chase 1 heavy taxi to and hold short of runway 25 via taxiway Alpha Bravo. Contact tower on 118.1 when ready.
Alright, so we got
Taxiing
our
hold short
clearance
runway 25 using taxiway Alpha Bravo chase 1 heavy.
The ITC box. Never mind that. Alright, so we got the taxi clearance as well. Very good. So let's wait for the IRS to light up. Let's see how many more. It's gonna be lining up in just 1 minute. Okay, so I'm gonna set the arrival radius for our James Richardson Airport, and at James Richardson we're gonna be expecting an ILS arrival, ILS Zulu arrival. So we're gonna set here the nav radius to 110.30, and also on the other side. Alright. Very good. Alright, you can see the iOS is all lined up. Let's turn on the flight directors. On autothrottle is
I'm back. No issues on the walk around.
Very good. Oxygen tested 100%. Let's test those. Test those two. Very good. Nice. Okay. So for the MCP panel, I'm gonna set also the final heading at our arrival airport at James Richardson. So that's gonna be 315, and I'm gonna set it on the other side as well. Not gonna interrupt the first officer with these checks. He's testing the upper panel. Alright, so let's test also the lights, that everything is working fine. As you see, our aircraft set to service based on failures, so it is possible to have some failures. We hope we not get any, but we're gonna face it if we do have it. Alright, so everything to be alright. We fill this up.
Glide slope. Pull up. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up. Airspeed low. Airspeed low. Sink rate. Pull up. Terrain. Pull up. Don't sink. Don't sink. Too low, terrain. Too low, gear. Too low, flaps.
But
Too
we're
low,
going to
terrain.
finish.
Glide slow. Bank angle, bank angle.
Approaching minimums. Minimums, minimums. 2,500. 1,000. 500. 400. 300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Okay.
Wind shear. Wind shear.
Oh, it's
Wind
not
shear.
finished just yet.
Too low, terrain.
Alright, I think it's done right now, so it's gonna test the TCAS now. And after that, all verbal messages are gonna be done for now.
TCAS test pass.
Nice. Good. So I have one tip for if you don't know, if you're beginning into Sim, I have one tip for you that's gonna be helping you a lot if you're flying on the VATSIM networks or flying offline as well. I always use the second radio for 80s so I can get the weather. So let's set this one to the local 80s, which is 128. That's a
Hi,
8.
here's the fuel
And
slip.
when you press
Thanks. Welcome. Have a nice flight.
and when you press here, you can hear the 80s with just one press. Right, so and then you can switch between those and you can hear to this frequency if you set this volume up here without switching both radios, so it can help you a lot. Alright, so let's set the secondary or the standby comm on our arrival airport, which is gonna be 120. Sorry, no, not this one. So here we're gonna set it here 120 decimal 2. Okay. Okay, so we have another song for departure. I think they're pretty much all loaded up, right? That's gonna be a good time to start pre-flight briefing. Okay, so we're currently at the gate. Nose abatement is not required. This is going to be a first flight of the day, and threats are none. Thrust is going to be rated. Blitz on. First to return. If we first to return, we're going to be in underweight. APU is not required. ADS is not required. The procedure is going to be vectors. Alright, so let's run it.
Are you ready for the departure brief? Go ahead. Okay, it's going to be a standard pushback and start off the gate. Taxi route will be assigned by ATC. It'll be a left seat takeoff using rated thrust, landing a flaps 5 takeoff. Anti-ice will be off. Above 80 knots, we will reject for fire, engine failure, loss of control, or wind shear. A crew member noticing the abnormality will clearly state the problem. I will call reject or continue. If the decision is to reject, I will close the thrust levers and disengage auto throttle, observe or apply maximum braking, raise speed brakes, apply maximum amount of reverse thrust consistent with the conditions, and bring the aircraft to a complete stop on the runway, stow the speed brake, and set the parking brake, and advise the cabin, this is the captain speaking, remain seated, remain seated. I'll then perform any necessary memory items or checklists as appropriate. If an evacuation is required, I'll initiate the evacuation checklist. In the event of an engine failure after V1, we will continue the takeoff, rotate at VR, call positive rate, gear up, and cancel the master caution. There will be no other calls below 400 feet. At 400 feet, I'll call for a roll mode, then call confirm the failure. If required, we'll perform any necessary memory items, climb at V2 to V2 plus 20 to 1,000 feet AFL or TOCA, whichever is greater. Retract the flaps on schedule. When flaps have been retracted and at or above flaps up maneuvering speed, call for level change if VNAV is not engaged. Set max continuous thrust and call for the appropriate emergency checklist. We are under our maximum landing weight, so we are okay to make an immediate return. The departure routing will be via ATC vectors. No noise abatement procedures are required. Flight directors are on. Mine is master, yours is slave. Navigation radios are set. The NOTAMs and the aircraft defect log have been reviewed. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
No questions.
Departure brief complete.
Right. Let's start the APU. Can see that see and hear that the APU is starting. Let's switch over to the APU power. Very good. And now we can also disconnect from the ground power. Very good. So okay, so we have about 10 minutes or so. I think less. I'm just gonna wait for GSX to finish loading up the aircraft, and all passengers gonna be on board. Then we can maybe expedite our departure. Let's tune into the 80s.
Thunder Bay Airport information, November 1000 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility niner. Sky condition clear. Temperature 15. Dew point 1 tree. Altimeter 29.92.
Alright, so we have a good weather here at Thunder Bay. Okay, so GSX has finished loading up the passengers.
Hi guys, here's the load sheet for you.
Thanks.
No problem, have a safe flight.
Pre-flight checklist.
Pre-flight checklist.
Oxygen,
Tested 100%.
tested 100%. Navigation transfer and display switches. Normal, auto. Windows heat, on. Pressurization mode selector, auto. Flight instruments.
Heading 121, altimeter 2992.
Heading 121. Altimeter 2992. Parking brake.
Parking brakes set. Set. Okay. Set.
Engine start levers.
Cut off.
Pre-flight checklist completed.
Very good.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome
Hey
aboard
guys,
today.
all packs are on board. Are we clear to close?
Place your smaller items
Yes, it's gonna be a short
Provide more
taxi.
room for larger items in our overhead compartments. If you need assistance, contact the flight.
Thanks, it will be a short
If you
taxi.
are unable to accommodate any item in the cabin, please bring it to the boarding door.
Yes.
We'll check it for you. Also, review the safety instruction
Sometimes
card in your
the
seat
FS2
pocket.
just does not
If you
hear
are
me. Let's
seated
try
in
it
an
again.
exit seat, also review
Yes.
the seating criteria.
Yes. Yes. Thanks, it will be a short taxi. Okay.
Check.
Yes. Yes. No. Well,
Check.
never mind. Okay, so. But our doors are closed, right? Maybe we'll try it once again. Should we try it again? Let's do it. Let's do it once again because I can't stand it. It's stuck on my screen here. Okay, so let's try it again. Yes.
Roger.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the conclusion.
What the hell?
Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign and the aircraft is parked safely at the gate. This will be your indication it is safe to
Oh my god.
close the cabin.
You see, this is where.
We'd like to thank you for flying with us today. We appreciate
And we're not at 3 minutes yet.
This is where you don't need this. This is where FS2 sometimes fail. Because how they need to see that we are in the beginning of our flight. And there is no possibility that we like finishing up our flight because it's not possible. So I'm gonna go ahead and fix the overhead. And that's gonna be okay. It did not touch the iOS, which is good. All right. Before start procedure.
Stand by. We got a door light here.
I'll fix it for you. Right. Okay, so let's prepare for quick action. Okay, so I'm gonna take another glance at our taxi guidance, which is gonna be Alpha Bravo and hold short of 102.25.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Okay. Before start checklist.
Before start checklist.
Flight deck door closed and locked. MCP.
V2148 heading 255, altitude
Departure
08,000.
checks completed.
Takeoff
Bypass pin
speed.
inserted.
V1136, V-rotate 138, V2148.
CDU pre-flight.
Completed.
Rudder and aileron trim.
3 and 0.
Taxi and takeoff briefing.
Completed.
Anti-collision light on. Before start checklist complete.
Start sequence is 1, then 2.
Check.
Let's start.
Locking gear.
Sorry. Almost start with engine number 1. Okay, let's open some charts here. We're gonna need the R and nose to the. Let me check that. Okay. I'm gonna need my nose to the left. Nose to the left.
Release parking brakes, please.
Parking brakes are
Commencing
released.
push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Start engine number 1.
Starting engine 1.
Check. Low
Let's hope
pressure.
we not GSX will not crush us into anything. So okay, so we're gonna wait for N2 about 25%. All right, very good.
Starter cutout.
Right.
Number 1 stable.
Start engine number 2.
Starting engine 2.
Oil pressure.
Please set parking brakes.
Parking brakes are set.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Right.
Starter cutout. Number 2 stable.
Very good. Confirm.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine. Start. You can disconnect.
Flaps 5. Flaps 5. Flaps 5.
Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Thank you very much. Check our controls. Good. Flight control check complete. Before taxi checklist.
Before taxi checklist.
Generators on. Probe heat on. Anti-ice off. Isolation valve auto. Engine start switches continuous. Recall.
Checked.
Checked. Auto brake. RTO. Engine start levers.
Idle detained.
Flight controls.
Checked. Checked.
Ground equipment.
Clear.
Clear. Before taxi checklist completed.
All right, let's go.
Check.
So we are going to be taxiing via Alpha and then Bravo, right? So. This will be now on Alpha, and Bravo is going to be just way ahead. So now we're going to be entering Bravo here, but before we're going to be entering onto Bravo, we're going to be requesting our takeoff clearance.
Thunder Bay Tower, Chase 1 Heavy ready for IFR departure runway 25.
Chase 1 Heavy, altimeter 29er, decimal 92, wind calm. Cleared for takeoff runway 25.
For takeoff, runway 25. Chase 1 Heavy.
Cleared for takeoff runway 25, Chase 1 Heavy.
Before takeoff
approaching 2-5.
Before takeoff checklist.
Flaps.
Flaps 5 green light. Flaps 5 green light.
Double check that, please. Stabilizer trim.
5.1 units.
Before takeoff checklist completed.
Runway entry procedure.
Okay. Cabin crew, take your seats. Clear on the approach.
The cabin is not secure. Oh. Okay, so.
Cabin still not secure.
On runway
That's
07400 meters remaining.
WestJet Tree 219er turn next taxiway. WestJet Tree 219er, contact ground on 121.9er.
As we said, the flaps seems to be alright. Okay, so flap 5 are set. So I think we're good to go.
219er.
On runway 25.
Take off.
Airspeed's alive. 80 knots.
Thrust set, 80 knots. V1.
Rotate.
Rotate. Positive brake.
Gear up. Gear up. Gear up.
400 feet. Gear up.
Cyyz 1 Heavy contact. Thunder Bay departure on 119.2. Good day.
Flaps 1.
Bug 1 is set.
Flaps 1.
Bug 1 is set.
Oh my god. Let me do the flap for you.
Cyyz 1 Heavy, did you copy?
.2 for Cyyz 1 Heavy.
Flaps up.
Thunder Bay departure Cyyz 1 Heavy is passing 3,300 feet, climbing 8,000 feet.
Cyyz 1 Heavy, Thunder Bay, departure altimeter 29.9, continue as planned. Cyyz 1 Heavy, reset transponder. Squawk 0435.
Squawk
Thunder Bay
043.
departure Cyyz 1 Heavy
Check.
requesting vector to next waypoint.
Okay,
Cyyz 1
so
Heavy, turn left, heading 2905. Resume own navigation.
need to set a transponder, so wait a minute.
Check.
0435. Acknowledge.
Turn left heading 2905, resume own navigation Cyyz 1 Heavy.
Autopilot on.
Cyyz 1 Heavy, your transponder appears inoperative or malfunctioning. Reset squawk 0435.
Zero. 4. I'm going to turn off the tracking for a moment because 04.
Cyyz 1 Heavy verified, squawking
1,000 to level.
0435.
043. 5. Okay, 045 is set. So clean. Okay, I need to train the FS2 just a bit more. Let's do the after takeoff checklist. After takeoff checklist.
After takeoff checklist. Engine bleeds. On. Packs. Auto. Landing gear. Up and off. Flaps. Up. No lights. After takeoff checklist complete. Happy to release the cabin crew.
Okay.
Okay.
Cyyz 1 Heavy, climb and maintain 14,000 feet.
Climb and maintain 14,000 feet Cyyz 1 Heavy.
Engage, alt, intervene.
on 132.125. Good day.
Center.
132.125 Chase 1 Heavy. Winnipeg Center Chase 1 Heavy is at 9,700 feet, climbing 14,000 feet.
10,000.
Chase 1 Heavy, Winnipeg Center altimeter, 29.902. Continue as planned.
Happy to release the camera?
Okay.
Okay.
Portable electronic devices may now be used, with the exception of TVs, radios, two-way transmitters, or any other device in the transmit mode, as these devices may interfere with the aircraft's communication and navigation systems.
I think when the transponder went off, I think the first officer messed with the transponder and reset it to 2000.
1,000 level.
Let's continue climbing though. Because we're gonna get the instruction to climb anyway. Let's see.
Chase 1 Heavy climb and maintain flight level 220.
220 for Chase 1 Heavy.
Climb and maintain flight level 220 Chase 1 Heavy.
Oh, traffic just above us. Alright. Transition set standard.
Standard set. Pass and flight level 178. Now.
Okay, let's continue climbing towards flight level. They should probably gonna give us something about 320. Some sort also. I check if we have any failures on our aircraft that we did paid attention to. Aircraft failures, none are active. Okay, very good.
Winnipeg Center, Bolari, 19er tree, flight level tree 20. Bolari 19er tree, Winnipeg Center, continue as planned.
So as soon as we're gonna reach the cruising level, we are gonna be talking about our approach and arrival towards James Armstrong International Airport here in Canada. which is not gonna be very long. It's gonna be it's gonna be a pretty short flight for us today.
Chase 1 Heavy climb and maintain flight level 280.
Climb and maintain flight 280, Chase 1
Climb and maintain
Heavy.
flight level 280, Chase 1 Heavy.
Trying to figure out why the alarm shuffle is not working for me right now.
Chase 1 Heavy contact Winnipeg Center on 132.2. Good day.
Alright, one moment please.
132.2 Chase 1 Heavy. Winnipeg Center Chase 1 Heavy is at flight level 270, climbing flight level 280.
Chase 1 Heavy Winnipeg Center. Continue as planned. Chase 1 Heavy climb and maintain flight level tree 60.
Climb and maintain flight level tree 60 Chase 1 Heavy.
Okay, so we're gonna be reaching our cruise level in just a few moments, and then we're gonna be discussing our approach. cruise is gonna be pretty short. Let's take a look at our charts. So I figured out why the landing rate system is not available for me, because we do not have installed the FUPC, I guess. What is it? We need to install the FSUIPC software before we can use the landing rate software. But we do have Valenta for us, ready for. Valenta also can show the landing rates. Just a 2 minutes moment, that's about 2 minutes or so we're gonna be within our cruising altitude here. And then we're gonna discuss about airport choice James Armstrong here in Canada.
1,000 to level.
Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few moments, we'll be
So let's run our
Are
brief.
you ready for the approach brief?
Okay.
The arrival routing will be via the ATC assigned star, complying with all published speed and altitude restrictions. For an ILS approach, planning a flaps 30 landing. Final approach fixed altitude is 3,000 feet. Decision altitude is 200 feet. Missed approach altitude is 3,000 feet. Taxi route in will be assigned by ATC. We'll be arriving at a remote stand. Descent speeds and navigation radios are set. Airport NOTAMs have been reviewed. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
No questions.
Approach brief complete.
So we're going to be descending in just about 5 minutes here. It is a very short flight. We have an aircraft that is cruising right above us at 40,000 feet, which is pretty high. Probably a low jet or something like that. Gonna do the descent checklist already right now, so let's run it pretty quick. Descent checklist.
Descent checklist.
Pressurization. Landing altitude is
800 feet.
recall. Check. Auto brake. Level 3. Landing data.
VLAP 146. Minimums 200 feet.
VREF.
146.
Minimums
200 feet.
Approach briefing.
Completed.
Descent checklist completed.
We cannot hear the ATs just yet. Okay, and we're gonna be requesting to descend 10,000 feet right now.
Chase 1 Heavy contact Winnipeg Center on 124.0. Good day.
Okay. 124.0 for Chase 1
Winnipeg
Heavy.
Center, Volari 1638, flight level 290. Volari 1638, Winnipeg Center, continue as planned.
Winnipeg Center, Chase 1.
124.0 Chase 1 Heavy. Winnipeg Center, Chase 1 Heavy flight level tree 60.
Chase 1 Heavy, Winnipeg Center, continue as planned.
That's by 10,000.
Winnipeg Center, Chase 1 Heavy. Request flight level 260.
Chase 1 Heavy descend and maintain flight level 280. Expect flight level 260.
Alright.
Descend and maintain flight level 280. Expect flight level 260 Chase 1 Heavy.
So the aircraft will be starting its descent automatically because we set the 260 here. And the point of our descent is right now. And then we can see that the aircraft will be starting its descent slowly. And this is the pink diamond here. It shows our descent rate. If it's in the middle, then we are fine. If it's too low, then we are descending in faster than we should. And if it's too high, so it's like the happy system, some sort of it. Almost like the puppy system on the as you can see also the triangle here. So as long as it's in the middle, we are just where we need to be. What's your progress? So we're gonna be expected to arrive at the James Armstrong Airport at 12:06 Zulu time, which is in about 25 minutes or so. Descend and maintain flight level 260.
Descend and
Chase 1
maintain flight
heavy.
level 260, chase 1 heavy.
Don't request a lower altitude, that's decrease by another 10.
Winnipeg Center, chase 1 heavy. Request 16,000 feet.
Chase 1 heavy descend and maintain flight level 260. Expect 16,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 260.
Descend and maintain flight level 260. Expect 16,000 feet, chase 1 heavy.
Connection is lost. Please show what the hell is that? Why this warning is just popping in my face? I don't care about the internet connection of Flight Simulator. It should be like displayed somewhere in the corner or something like that. Why it's popping in my face? Thank you very much. It's very useful information that the connection is successful.
Chase 1 heavy descend and maintain flight level 180.
Descend and maintain 180 or chase
Descend
1
and maintain
heavy.
flight level 180, chase 1 heavy.
Winnipeg Center, WestJet 1461 flight level 350. WestJet 1461 Winnipeg Center. Continue as planned.
Sending into very slow rate. This is the airport that we're going to be arriving in. This is the James Armstrong Richardson International Airport, and the runway that we're going to be landing on is going to be 31. This is here, and shorter than the other one. 8,800 feet of runway. Probably end up somewhat here, you know. And then taxi on Papa over Foxtrot. to Foxtrot and follow the queue or something and end up at the gate. This is going to be our port chart. Parking position. So probably get one of those gates, so let's in this chart as well.
Winnipeg Center, Air Canada 1214 flight level 370. Air Canada 1214 Winnipeg Center, continue as planned.
Out. Let's see if we can hear the 80s over the James Armstrong International. Not just yet. Is it the right frequency? Let's check that again. The 80s over at the Richardson is 120.2, so we're just not in range just yet. Okay, transition set standard.
Chase 1 heavy descend and maintain 16,000 feet.
2992.
Descend and maintain
Set
16,000
passing
feet, Chase 1 heavy.
17,900. Now.
Okay, so let's request another decrease of altitude by another 10,000 feet.
Winnipeg Center, Chase 1 heavy. Request 6,000 feet.
Chase 1 heavy descend and maintain 16,000 feet. Expect 6,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 16,000 feet. Expect 6,000 feet, Chase 1 heavy.
Contact Winnipeg Center on 118.0. Good day.
118.0, Chase 1 heavy. Winnipeg Center, Chase 1 heavy is at 16,300 feet, descending 16,000 feet.
Chase 1 heavy Winnipeg, center altimeter 29.9, continue to covet as planned. Chase 1 heavy descend and maintain 6,000 feet.
And then maintain 6,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 6,000 feet, Chase 1 heavy.
Let's not increase our descent rate. Better. Approach checklist.
Approach checklist. Altimeters?
2992 set.
2992.
Set. Approach checklist completed.
Let's see if we right now in range of the AT station.
Charlie Juliet,
Yeah.
Bravo Tree Airport Information, India 1100 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility, Niner. Sky condition, clear. Temperature, 15. Dew point, 1 tree. Altimeter, 29.2. Visual runway tree in use.
Cabin crew, prepare for
Landing and departing runway tree. DFR aircraft, say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions.
Alright, so the active runway is 330, but we are expecting to arrive on runway
10,000.
31. 10,000. Okay, let's pull up the chart. What chart?
United 1249er, contact Winnipeg Center on 124.0. Good day.
Ladies and gentlemen, will be arriving at our destination shortly. If you are making a connection to another flight, please see the customer service agent via this flight or video monitors and set terminal for connecting.
Going to 124.0. United 1249er.
Will now walk to the cabin. Secure it for landing. We'll be collecting all service items, newspapers, and any other items you wish to discard or may not be used off the aircraft. Also, in preparation for landing, please turn off all electronic devices. Don't use devices with all other carry-on items. Please use caution when opening overhead bins of items may have shifted during our flight. Please stow your tray tables and return your seats to their upright positions and check the security of your seatbelt. We will be landing shortly. Thank you.
Okay. Let's request for descent by another 3,000. Squeeze by 3,000.
Winnipeg Center, Chase 1 Heavy. Request 3,000 feet.
Chase 1 Heavy descend and maintain 6,000 feet. Expect 3,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 6,000 feet. Expect 3,000 feet. Chase 1 Heavy.
Chase 1 Heavy descend and maintain 3,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet.
Descend and
Chase
maintain
1
3,000 feet.
Heavy.
Chase 1 Heavy.
Flight deck. Okay, thanks. Captain, the cabin is secure.
Thanks. I need to start to slow down a
1,000
bit.
to level.
Flaps 1.
Bug 1 is set.
Flaps 1.
Check.
2,500.
Radio altimeter alive. Cabin crew, take your seats.
Don't want to give us the approach.
Final approach fix. Height checked. Missed approach altitude is set.
That's weird, the silence from the tower. Pretty weird. And not the tower, the approach.
Chase 1 Heavy, contact Winnipeg approach on 119.5. Good day.
Going to 119.5, Chase 1 Heavy. Winnipeg approach Chase 1 Heavy, 3,000 feet.
Chase 1 Heavy, Winnipeg approach altimeter 29.902. Continue to music as planned.
Continue to MSFS as planned. Very nice to see you. Gear down. Flaps
Gear
15.
down. Speed check. Flaps 15 set.
Flaps 30. Flaps 30.
Speed check. Flaps 30 set.
Landing checklist.
Landing checklist.
Engine start switches.
Continuous.
Speed brake.
Armed. Armed.
Landing gear.
Down. Down. Down.
Flaps.
Chase 1 Heavy, you are 12 miles
Flaps
southeast.
30 green light.
Climb and maintain
Landing checklist
17,000
completed.
feet. Keep speed not above 210 knots. Expect ILS Zulu runway tree 1 approach via Vodun transition. Cleared to Vodun.
Climb and maintain 17,000 feet. Keep speed not above 210 knots. Expect ILS Zulu runway tree 1 approach via Bowden transition. Cleared to Bowden Chase 1 Heavy.
So we are going to be landing regardless of the ATC instructions. I don't get those. They need to work on this ATC. I hope the Beyond ATC will launch soon.
Chase 1 Heavy, please expedite your climb 17,000 feet.
Autopilot off.
Chase 1 Heavy, climb and maintain 3,000 feet. Keep speed not above 200 knots.
Climb and maintain 3,000 feet. Keep speed not above 200 knots. Chase 1 Heavy.
Chase 1 Heavy, you are 7 miles southeast of Winnipeg. Contact Winnipeg Tower on 118.3 when inbound.
Tower on 118.3. Chase 1 Heavy. Winnipeg Tower Chase 1 Heavy 6 miles southeast inbound ILS Zulu runway tree 1 approach.
Chase 1 Heavy, Winnipeg Tower. Altimeter 29.9, 2 wind calm cleared ILS Zulu runway tree 1 approach. Chase 1 Heavy, wind calm cleared to land runway tree 1.
Cleared to land runway tree 1. Chase 1 Heavy.
$1,000 feet. Stable.
1,000.
400 feet.
400. 300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Speed brake up. Reversers normal.
All right.
60 knots.
Phase 1 heavy turn, next taxiway.
Okay, to clean up.
Chase 1 heavy, exit runway when able. Chase 1 heavy, contact ground on 121.9er.
Going to 121.9er, Chase 1 heavy.
Okay, to clean up. It is not clean. Okay, so I will do it myself.
Winnipeg Airport information.
Winnipeg ground, Chase 1 heavy, request taxi to the gate.
Chase 1 heavy, taxi to gate 6.
Gate 6.
Winnipeg ground, Chase 1 heavy, say again.
Chase 1 heavy, taxi to gate 6.
Alright, to gate 6.
Chase 1 heavy, did you copy?
Winnipeg ground, Chase 1 heavy, I didn't copy that, say again please.
Chase 1 heavy, taxi to gate 6.
Let's try maybe the com.
Winnipeg Airport
Winnipeg ground, Chase 1 heavy, I didn't copy that, say again please. Winnipeg ground, please say again transmission for Chase 1 heavy.
Chase 1 heavy, taxi to gate 6.
Chase 1 heavy, taxi to gate 6.
Alright. So gate 6. Okay. Quiet. Okay, so we're gonna continue our taxi on Papa, then over to Foxtrot. Foxtrot and then over to Kilo. Apparently it's Bravo, but on the charts it says Kilo. Okay. At a Kilo all the way, and then we're gonna arrive at our gate, which is gate 6. Slow down a bit. Okay, there's the gate 6. Lights and doors.
Check. Cabin crew disarm doors and cross-check.
Careful. We will park here. That's gonna be alright. Parking brake set, engines 1, 2. That's request from Cyqt to start deboarding us. So, the first officer apparently is not available now, right? Let's see. Shutdown checklist. Shutdown checklist.
Shutdown checklist.
Fuel pumps off. Probe heat on. Hydraulic panel set. Flaps.
Up. Flaps up. 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 Well, never mind. You know what? I'm not gonna fight it. I feel I will finish up here myself. Okay, so let's secure also the aircraft. The fuel pump off, APU off. Okay. Nice. Parking brakes released. Flight directors are off. Let's reset the cruise here to 0 and also the other side as well. Let's put here to default, which is 10,000. And heading everything is clear. Alright, emergency lights off. Backs off. Everything is off as well. Ground power off and battery is off. Alright, so that's it for our flight for today. Thank you very much for joining in. I appreciate if you could like and subscribe and follow me on Twitch. Thank you very much and have a great day.